MC, so you can understand further what's happening, and I'm gonna explain the blessings. And this video is talking about Esau and Jacob, or Esau and Israel, and their seeds. All right, so when it came time to give the blessings, because Abraham gave the blessings to Isaac and not Ishmael, and not his other kids, with Torah he gave it to Isaac. So when it comes time to Isaac get the blessings to his twin sons, Esau and Jacob, he wound up giving it to Israel. All right, so Esau was preferred more by Isaac. You know, Isaac was blind. Esau used to hunt food for Isaac, you know, game and stuff he used to eat. He used to go to the Seir Mountains over there by Canaan. It's in that area. But there was a people who dwelt there, Canaanites, people who, Hamites, called the Horites. That was their name, the Horites. And Esau used to, you know, be amongst them as he, you know, found food, and, you know, he used to be amongst them. And so when Esau gave the blessing, when Isaac gave the blessing to Israel, to Jacob, Esau said he was going to kill him. So Jacob fled. He went to Laban's house, and he found his, you know, married and had these kids, the 12 tribes of Israel. And all the while Esau married and had his sons, Eliphaz and the rest of them, Reuel and them. But that was the blessing. But when it came time for Isaac to pass, when he was about to die, on his deathbed, he gathered all his grandkids. Because that's when they, you know, Esau and Jacob came together and wept, you know what I'm saying, you know, when they thought he was going to kill them, and he sent all the stuff, and he, you know, he forgave them, and they wept together. These two didn't kill each other, but the kids, is the generations is killing each other. Esau and Jacob, you know, they came together. But when it came the time for Isaac to die, he gave blessings to the grandkids, and he told the grandkids that they will be blessed, Israel's kids, that they will be blessed, you know, amongst everybody. There'll be a great nation, and it'll be promised. And he told Esau's kids that there will be a terror upon all their enemies for all throughout time, and everyone will fear them. And there was the blessings that Isaac gave to his grandkids, all right? So when Isaac died, Esau and Jacob had to split the land. Remember, he's a rich man. Isaac got all the inheritance of his father. His father had many things. So it came down to who's going to take what. So Esau went and consulted with his uncle Ishmael and said, what should I take? What should I do this? And then he said, everything is yours, you know, blah, 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 and all this. But you can go read it for yourself. But Israel said, I only want the land, the actual land. And at that time, the land, you know, Canaanites, many kings of Canaanites, like 26 kings and nations stayed there, including the Horites. They stayed in the land. You know what I'm saying? And he said, I just want the land. You can have the sheep, the gold, the money, the servants, the horse, everything. Take it all, and all the riches, and all the servants. So Esau said, Ishmael said, why did he say he just want the land? The land don't even belong to him. Because, that's what Ishmael said, because the land, the Canaanites was on the land. But they didn't know that that land is promised to us throughout time. As you can see, King David, we came and took the land of Canaan and made it ours in many generations later. It's promised to us. It was promised to Abraham. But they didn't see that. They was like, oh, well, give him the land. Just take it. So Esau took everything except for the land. He took all the riches. And he went back and dwelt in that mountain, because the Most High gave that mountain to him as an inheritance to him. Esau owns the mountains, the carcass, all the mountains, red man. So the Horite is there already. Remember that he dwelt with them. So Esau, being a short number compared to his brother, what he did was he gave his daughters to the Horite. And the Horite gave their daughters to Esau, and they mingled, and they had a great nation. So this is multiplied, and more different color red people and dark red people all together in the Horite. And the whole time, you know, Joseph, you know, he went to Egypt amongst his brothers, and the famine came to the land. But in this time, we're going to talk about Esau because they dwell together. The Horite is like Esau. They call themselves dukes and stuff back then. That's where the term duke come from this combination of the Horite and the Edomite in this mountain. But the thing is, the mountain now is an inheritance to Esau. It belongs to him now. So eventually the Horite is going to die. They're going to go to war against Esau because Israel is going to come up against them. So you got to understand, when we go down the line, we already know that they sent Joseph to Egypt, and then Joseph brought them all together from Egypt, because Joseph was governor. This is before bondage. When Joseph was governor, he was ruler of Egypt. He saved all Egypt with corn. So when Jacob died, you understand now, we talked about when Isaac died. Now Israel is dead. So now they about to bury Esau. They go from Egypt all the way to bury him in the land that he promised. Remember, Isaac don't want the land. He want the riches. We want the land. So now we go into this land to bury Jacob, all his sons, and all their kids. These are the kids of Reuben. See, Reuben had 4 sons. Simeon had 6 sons. Levi had 3. Judah had 5. Dan had 1. These are the numbers of the children from the seed. These are the tribes. So this is the tribe of Judah here. So when you see a red man, once again, when you see these red people on earth with that fucking shit on their head saying they Jews, and when you see that fucking graven image of red Jesus on your picture, remember, the Jews ain't that fucking color. So it's like, you got to understand the graven images. That's how you know. You don't got to say, oh, Jesus got wool skin. He got bronze. No, he ain't red. That's all you got to know. You can just crush them with the truth. That's how he going to come crush them with the truth. But further on, they went back to bury Jacob, Israel, in that land. And Esau was in that land. He was like, no, you can't bury him in this land. It belonged to us. Because remember, they wasn't there. Remember, Esau, Jacob, and Ishmael consulted about the land. The kids wasn't there. So now Esau's lying to them, talking about, oh, it wasn't an heritage to him. All that wasn't true. But Joseph, he said, nah, Joseph got the records of the shit. So they go back and they fight with Esau because Esau has been, trying to deny us. So we wind up killing Esau, the son of Dan, his only son. This guy kills Esau, cut his head off. We go to war with Edomite. It's been war since then. Remember, Esau and Jacob didn't fight each other. The children been fighting since then. And they've been trying to fight us. So in this time, we killed them. We killed the people that was with them, the Horite. Remember, they was with the Horite. The Horite said, hey, your brother is killing us. So now the Horite and the Edomite is going to war now. So that's when Esau goes to Africa and get men from Africa, literally. That land in the fucking Canaan, and they go there and get the African. And Galus, the king, to help them fight the Canaanites. They destroyed the Canaanites. And in this fight, the Edomite even turns amongst itself. Remember, the Edomite gave his daughters to the Horite. And the Horite gave their daughters. So they got 2 types of within. They got the Edomite, the Horite, and then the mixed nations. And the mixed nations turn on the Edomites. So Edomites fighting themselves. That's why Edomite never have rulers over themselves. The Bible is a lineage. It's a timeline. It's not no fucking a bunch of scriptures. It's a timeline. You read it, it go from Adam, Eve, Noah, all the way down like this. All the way down to Revelation. But y'all niggas jumping all the way to this man's life. How you gonna know about his life if you don't know about his dad or his dad or his dad? So when you look at a man on earth, you call him white. It's no man that's white like a cloud, like teeth, like milk, like a seagull. It's no white man on earth. These people are Edomites, different type. Remember, once again, Esau had 3 wives, 2 Canaanite wives and a wife from Ishmael. I got it right here. And then he took his seed and mixed it even more with the Horite. So you got many types. See how red these people is? Different darks and red. They don't look like Esau, the original red. There are many reds. So you got Chinese, Asian, German, Italian, Mexican. You got all types of red flesh on earth. The descendants of Esau. That's what you guys need to understand. They're not teaching this in church. They're not teaching this shit on your gospel music. I'm trying to tell you, the Chinese people as well, the Asians. Let me get this straight. People are telling you that Moab and Japheth are the Asians because they 2 twin Chinese eyes and shit. But look at this. Lot is a black man. The fucking Solomon woman, Hamite, he married was a black man. His black woman. His daughters was, remember, his wife turned to salt. His daughters was black.